Hello, my name is Dr. Durga Prasann. I am a medical oncologist attached to Narayana Health HSR unit, multi-speciality hospital, Bangalore, and a cancer researcher attached to Majumdar Shaw Medical Foundation. Today I have come to discuss something that everybody is concerned about, the dreaded C word, cancer, which is my specialty for the last 15 years. All of you are concerned about cancer because it sort of conjures up an image of patients who are suffering, who ultimately die a rather painful death. There is a lot of myths, there is a lot of misconceptions about cancer. Everybody is afraid of the disease. So I thought I'd share some of my thoughts on what my patients ask me usually. We all know cancers are very common. Every year, WHO estimates that about 20 million people develop cancers and about 10 million die. So it's one of the most common causes of death worldwide. But did you know the commonest cause of death? It's not cancer. It is cardiovascular disease, usually diabetes as one of its background diseases. But were you ever afraid of diabetes, or were you ever afraid of heart disease now? It doesn't seem that way, isn't it? But whenever we speak of cancer, people are very scared. Remember, there are certain things about cancer which make it unique. It is perhaps the only chronic fatal illness which is actually curable. You cannot say that about any other chronic fatal illnesses. But cancer, there are a group of patients whom you can actually cure. And that means they don't need any more treatment after their treatment is done and they're cured of their illness. Did you also know that cancers are perhaps the only chronic fatal illnesses in which a small subgroup do not even need treatment? So you can leave them alone and they will live a normal life even without treatment. So cancer is not one disease, it's about 250 different diseases. So one size does not fit all, and each patient is different. Now, there are certain common things patients already know about their cancer. For example, they know that it is a disease of cells, and it means an uncontrollable growth of cells, which has spread to other normal areas and destroys its organs and spreads to other areas called metastasis. And that is how patients die. And patients also know that cancer staging means it tells you how much of a disease you have. So these are known facts. There are also other known facts like tobacco causes cancer. So these are things that we know. But what people want to know from me is, Doctor, I have never smoked in my life. I don't consume alcohol. I'm a vegetarian. Why did I develop cancer? So for this to understand this, you need to know that cancer is a disease of aging. It's a disease where your cell ages. There are lots of mechanisms in the cell which beautifully protect you throughout your life. And as you grow older, these mechanisms fail. And that is why cancers develop. So it's a disease of aging. And as aging progresses, there is a higher chance of developing cancer. There is nothing to be ashamed about it. It's not because you've done something wrong. It's also the reason why cancers are so widely prevalent today. The average age of the population has increased across the world, and as man grows older, there is a higher chance of developing cancer. So that is the reason why they say that 1 in 5 in their lifetime can develop cancer. So that's a disease. The other common thing people ask me is, what food should I take? What food causes cancer? And what food can protect you from cancer? There is no straightforward answer to this. Please remember that food and cancer, the association is there, but it's not as if every food can protect you or every food can cause cancer. There are certain things that cause cancer. For example, consumption of alcohol in moderate to large quantities, consumption of some kinds of heavily pickled food for a long period of time, or food that destroys the lining of your stomach or the food pipe, for example, smoked meat, etc. can cause, or heavy intake of red meat. But generally, the only thing you need to remember is you can eat everything in moderation. That is true for patients who do not have cancer and for patients who have cancer as well. They can eat anything in moderation, preferably a balanced diet, which is rich in fiber, colored fruits and vegetables, whole grains, etc., which is a common advice given to all diseases, not simply to cancer alone. So food and cancer, what I would say is eat what you like, but maintain a normal or near normal weight at all times. Weight gain is the most important factor. It's not the food itself, but the weight gain is the most important factor in causing a lot of cancer. So that's the one thing that you should be careful about. Now, what causes this problem in your cell? Just imagine this is your mobile phone. All of you have a smartphone like this. Now, this has got many applications. It comes with a software. Similarly, our cells have a software. It's called DNA. And when there is a mistake in this software, there are ways in which the cell tries to correct this mistake. When that mechanism fails, cells become rogue and they develop into cancers. Now, but there are mechanisms wherein our immune system tries to keep looking out for these cancers from developing. They are already watching. If there is a cancer cell, they know how to destroy it. But over a period of time, some cancers develop an ability to escape the immune mechanism. And the moment I say immune, you will start thinking of food and medicines that boost your immunity. No, this is inherent in our body. You don't have to do anything special to do to boost your immunity. It just happens that cancers have developed an ability to bypass this, a password protected system by the immune system. So this comes after a lot of trial and error, and but as you grow older and older, the chances of this developing become higher and higher. So these are some of the thoughts that I thought I'd share with you on the basis of the questions that patients ask me. Remember one thing, when in doubt, talk to your doctor rather than going on the internet and finding information that you may not understand or you may not be able to sift through. So please talk to your doctor, and that will be the most important thing. Do not be afraid. And if you have any further queries, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.